different. I mean, I have to guess you left a lot of the pals you were hanging around then behind.
Well, yeah, I mean, in 12-step, they call them lower companions. But I will say this, like, I had plenty of lower companions, but I also, like, I have, like, when I was in New York, like, a lot of that was fun. Like, and a lot of the people I was running around with are, like, really cool people. They just didn't have the problem that I did, and I'm still friends with those people. But certainly, you know, when that like addiction thing turns and it starts getting dark, you find yourself spending time with, you know, not the greatest crowd of people. So yeah, when I got sober, I had to like completely change my environment, and I invested in the 12-step community here in LA. And I knew, I was like, I need new friends. You know, I need a whole new set of friends, because left to my own devices, that phone is going to ring and somebody's going to say, hey, we're doing this. And that's what I'm going to go do.
Exactly.
Right? So I had to, in my own unconscious, you know, semi blue zone way, I suppose, had to like reconfigure my environment without moving geographically, but socially.
Well, and that's the other thing. I mean, making new friends is it's probably the most powerful thing you can do to improve your happiness and your longevity. And there's actually very good research around the impact of the people you hang out with. But the other thing is, you say, well, without moving your geography, probably the most powerful thing to do if you're unhappy is move to a happier place. Mm-hmm. And we know that by following immigrants from unhappy places like Moldavia or the unhappy places in Africa and Southeast Asia. When they move to Denmark, very happy place, or Canada, a very happy place, within 1 year, their age doesn't change much, their education level doesn't change, their sex doesn't change, their marital status usually doesn't change, their sexual preference doesn't change. Nothing about them changes. But within 1 year, they start reporting the happiness level of their adopted happy homes. And that often represents a doubling of happiness. Mm-hmm. So, you know, if you're not happy where you're living, when you think about it, what's more important than the health and happiness of you and your family? You ought to really think about moving. And, you know, I was on this Mel Robbins show this week.
I know